Hello everyone, in this tutorial we will learn how we can process data with Apache Hive hosted on the Cloudera VM over the Hadoop platform. Hive is SQL-like script language and provides the database query interface to Apache Hadoop. So as a first step, we need to import the datasets as per this Hortonworks tutorial. I have already uploaded the two CSV files which will be our source of input in the user's Hive directory, which we are going to leverage in our Hive queries. Now, using the two input files drivers.csv and timesheet.csv, we are going to manipulate data using the Hive queries. So for Hive queries, we use this Hive editor. I have already saved my queries, which we are going to execute. So first of all, we'll try to create a temporary drivers table having a one column with string as a type. So if I run this query, and if you notice, the query has been successfully ran, and if I refresh uh, the tables, and we can see that the temporary table has been already been created with one attribute as column underscore value. Doing a quick select star from temp drivers table will yield no results because we don't have any data yet. Now let's try to load the data using the drivers.csv input file by using this load command. Now using this load command, we'll try to load the data into the temp drivers table using this driver.csv file. We run this query. You notice this query has been successfully ran, and if we do a select star from temporary table, we see there are the data from the drivers.csv file has been extracted into a single column. Data from the drivers.csv file has been extracted into the temp underscore drivers table into a single column as shown below. With that, so if we go back to the file browser to our source files, you notice the drivers.csv file has been consumed and no longer exists in this particular directory. So which means it's automatically being consumed once it has been used. Now let's go back to our query editor. Now we will try to create a drivers table having the attributes like drivers ID, name, SSN, location, whether they are certified or not, or drivers table has been created, and if we refresh this, the table has been successfully created. Now using the temporary drivers table, are going to insert value into the newly created driver table, and it will try to split the data via. Now using this insert query, we will try to extract the data from the temporary drivers table. Try to run this. Now we notice the query has been successfully executed, and if we select star on the wheels, data has been split into various attributes with drivers ID, name, SSN, location as expected. So on similar fashion, now let's try to create a temporary timesheet table. So the temporary timesheet table created successfully, and initially it has no data. It's an empty table. So we'll try to load the data using the timesheet.csv file. Using this load query, we'll try to extract data from the and we'll load into our temporary timesheet table. Similar lines, let's create timesheet table with the attributes like driver ID, we are logged, and the miles logged. The table has been successfully created. So similarly, as done previously, we'll try to insert values. Similarly, we'll try to insert the data from the temporary timesheet table into the timesheet table, and we'll split it via the attributes like driver ID, week, hours logged, and miles logged. You notice the query has been successfully executed. Doing a from the timesheet table, you can validate that the data has been successfully added to the timesheet table with the driver ID, week, hours logged, and the miles logged. So since we have successfully created this two table and added the data from our source CSV files, so now let's try to do a query using a group by. So now we have successfully created two tables and extracted data using our source CSV files. So now using this two tables, we'll do a group by query, select query, with the requested result having the driver's ID, the total number of hours logged, and the miles logged. Now the query has been executed, and we noticed we got the respective result having the driver ID and the total number of hours logged and the miles logged per driver ID. So now lastly, we'll try to attempt to run a select query using a joint. In both the tables, driver ID is the primary key, so we'll try to join via the driver ID, and let's check out the results. There the driver ID, name, total hours, the miles logged, joining from the timesheet table, group by via the driver ID, using the join condition on driver ID. So the result of this join query will give us the total aggregate hours and total miles per driver along. And lastly, we can drop the existing tables using this drop table command. And this concludes our tutorial. And in this tutorial, we have learned how to upload data into the HDFS file view and create Hive queries to manipulate data. I hope this tutorial was helpful.